Hey, it's Kelly with RV Wholesalers. Today I'm going to do a walkthrough video on this Rockwood Roo by Forest River. It's actually the 233S Roo, which is going to give you a slide out plus 3 tent beds. Very, very nice coach. This one does have the colored glass on the outside. It has the frameless windows here with the Wi-Fi Ranger outside speakers there. It's going to have an LED light strip underneath the power awning. Plenty of storage underneath here. You can see that. You can see there you have the table for the grill on the side here, which we'll show you in a minute. Over here, you can also, I don't have the awning ran out all the way right now because it's a little windy, but once it is all the way out, you can push up on this, slide this forward. There's a little track right here, and you just tighten this knob right here so you can put a little pitch on the awning for you. Water heater here, it's going to be a 6-gallon gas electric DSI water heater, which is direct spark ignition. Right down here you're going to see a little on-off switch. That's going to be for the electric side. And then on the inside I'll show you here in a few minutes where the gas side is. First thing you're going to want to do, because the coach is going to come winterized when you receive it, is come here, pull that pressure release valve so it's sticking straight out. What that's going to do is when you turn on the water, it's going to allow this tank to fill up and it's releasing the air so it doesn't get a vapor lock. Then once this starts pouring water out of here, just go ahead and shut it, then you're good to fire it up. You're going to have stabilizer jacks on all 4 corners. These are just for stabilizing the coach so it doesn't rock around. So all you're going to do is you're just going to crank these down. Some people will use like a cordless drill with a socket on the end, just like that, sitting right there. But once the jack hits the ground, go about another half turn just to firm it up, go all the way around the coach, and you're good to go. You're not going to change tires with this or level it from side to side. It's just going to be just for stabilizing the coach. Right here you're going to have your solar hookup if you want to eventually do a portable solar panel here. Plug it in there, that's going to trickle charge your batteries for you. You can see right up here up front, you're going to have 2 propane bottles. Those are going to be the 20-pound bottles, so the same size that goes on your barbecue at home. You're going to have a battery in there. Your battery is going to trickle charge anytime you are connected to your tow vehicle, if wired properly, or anytime you're plugged into shoreline. Also, you're going to have a battery disconnect right down here. You just turn that sideways, and then you can release that. That way, say the stereo light or the carbon monoxide detector isn't going to drain the battery when you're not using the coach. This is going to be an auto changeover regulator. So the first thing you want to do when you get to where you're going is you want to open up both propane bottles all the way wide open. Then you can see it has a little point over here, so that means it's going to pull from this tank first. You can see that the eye is red right now, so that means that the tanks are empty. It'll be green when you have gas in the tanks, okay? So what this means is it's going to pull from this tank. Now if this tank runs out in the middle of the night, okay, it's going to automatically start pulling from this tank. You come out the next day, you look down, you see that eye's red. All that's telling you is that this tank ran out in the middle of the night. Switch it over, then you can close this bottle, take it off, go get it filled up while it's still pulling from this one. Then you just always just go back and forth, okay? You're gonna have electric tongue jack here up front with the lights. So to level the coach front to back, you're gonna do it with this power tongue jack right here. Level side to side, you're gonna pull up on boards or leveling blocks, either way, okay? You have a loading light here up front. Now your beds, all you're going to do is pull down on that. You can see it releases this handle here. We'll do one bed in the video for you. Okay, and all this is going to do, pull this down. The nice thing about the new style roofs is all of this is already fitted in a track for you. So you're not tucking, strapping, velcroing, snapping, any of that stuff. We're going to put the metal pull in the inside, and then you're done. So it's very, very easy. You don't have to use any braces or anything like that because it's all held by cords, which is right inside of here. City water connection, okay? So anytime you're camping and they have water hookup at the campground, you're going to use this one. So you're bypassing the fresh water tank, you're bypassing your water pump. If you have pressurized water at the campground, you hook into here. Anytime you're using this, make sure you always use a water pressure regulator to keep from bursting your lines, okay? Now anytime you're hooked to this, again, you're not gonna have to use your pump. It's already gonna be pressurized from the system. If you go to winterize it, this is another way that you can basically hook a little piece of hose up to this, stick it in the jug of antifreeze, turn the pump on, and it'll pump antifreeze through the lines. We don't actually do it that way, so if you ever have questions on that, just give us a call. You can see your slide out here. There's some storage underneath your dinette. Again, all magnetic latches, so very, very nice. You don't have to hold them, or the ones that have the clips, bust them off when you forget that button. It's very, very nice. This is your 30 amp power cord. Also, you're going to see right there, I don't know if you can see in the video, it's got a little blue light, so always double check, because a lot of times you'll go to a campground and the breaker's tripped on the pole, or they're just not having any power. That light will tell you pretty much everything you need to know. If you don't have any light there, it's not working, okay? And this will just a little plastic nut here, just unthreads, and you can turn this a little bit, pull it right out, and you're good to go. Now this one here is going to be for your fresh water fill, okay? So basically what that's going to do for you is anytime you go camping and they don't have water hooked up at your site, or you go boondocking and they don't have water where you're going, you'll put a water hose in here, fill that up. What that's going to do is it's going to fill an onboard tank, okay? Then you're going to use your pump, which the switch for that's inside. We'll show you that. That'll pressurize the system for you. It is an on-demand pump, so you don't have to worry about flipping it on and off every time you turn the water on. It senses the pressure, and you're good to go there, okay? Right over here, you're going to have your cable and satellite hookup if they have hookup at the campground. Right down here, you're going to see the drain for your fresh water, which is that white valve right there. So you just pull that out and drink your fresh water tank. This is going to be the back of the refrigerator. Nothing really need to access in there. Outside shower, hot and cold. If you want to spray the kids off from the beach or the dog or whatever, you can do that as well. Right down here, you're going to see two valves, okay? So out is open, push them in to close them, okay? You always want to travel with your cap on here. Now, what you're going to want to do after you've been camping, okay, you're going to come to the dump station, you're going to hook your sewer hose up to here, run the other end into the hole, okay? Then the first thing you're going to want to do, obviously, pull the cap off. You're going to pull your black valve, okay? Let that run through. That's going to be just your toilet, okay? And what that's going to do is run through the hose until it's empty, okay? Then you're going to want to do is you're going to hook the water hose up to this. This is your black tank flush, okay? So you're going to hook the water hose up, turn that on. Again, you left that black valve open on the other side. Let that run for about, I don't know, a minute or so. That's going to spray inside your black tank, cleans all the sensors off, gets any of the debris, toilet paper, things like that, stuck to any sensors. Let that run for about a minute. That'll flow through your hose. You just got to make sure that this is open. If not, it'll come back up through the toilet, okay? Then you're going to shut the water off over there. Then you can go ahead and close this. Then pull your gray, which is your sinks in your shower. That'll finish wrenching out your sewer hose. Close that up. Put the cap back on. A lot of people store their sewer hose in the bumper. Pull these caps out. Put the sewer hose in there. Storage here. It is prepped for a backup camera if you want to add one down the road. Full-size spare tire. Cover. On this side here is the spot for your barbecue, the little table that's in the storage compartment. You can bring the TV, set it up here. You have all your hookups. This is going to be the gas line for your barbecue, so you can burn off the propane tanks up front. This is going to be the exhaust for the furnace. Because a lot of times when you kick your furnace on, you're not going to feel hot air immediately. If you come out here and wave your hand close to that, you'll feel hot air immediately, and then you know it's working properly. It has the new steps here. These just fold right up into the doorway. Very self-explanatory. I'll latch on there with the steps. Very, very stable steps as well. I mean, they're not the old style where they're rocking around, so very, very nice feature again there. See here on the inside, you got the jackknife sofa. So this obviously just rolls over, has a little leg. I'll show you here. This will set up, and it'll come all the way flat. Okay. Cloth nightshades, you just lift up on these. All hardwood cabinets. Okay. So you can see the beds are super, super easy. all you're gonna do is, you see this little bracket right here? Push that in there, and all you're gonna do is push it out. And there's 3 little latches right here. Just push it on there, and you're good to go. There's 3 because as time goes on, this will stretch out, and you'll have to go closer and closer and closer. Okay. Then all you'll have to do when you go to close it, pull that back down, and just fold the mattress over, and you're good to go. And then when you tuck it in, you'll just want to make sure that all the fabric's inside. That way it seals up nicely. And this right here is going to be for your light fan. That just mounts right on the pole. So you get the juice from here, then a little fan and the light mounts up there for you. Big U-shaped dinette here. AC is going to be all ducted to the ceiling, okay? And the heat is going to be ducted around the floor. So you can see heat ducts there. As you go back, you'll see a couple there and one in the bathroom, okay? You're also going to have a fan here. You just open this up, pretty self-explanatory, on and off. Just turn this to open it. You're good to go there. TV antenna here. All you're going to do is just rotate that for signal. AM, FM, CD, DVD, television there. The first thing you don't want to do when you get to the campground, after you've turned your propane bottles on up front, go ahead and lift this up. Turn these 3 burners on. Use your little sparker knob here. Light those up. Let those burn for about, I don't know, 30 seconds or so. Initially, what that's going to do is it's going to get all the air out of the lines. Purge the lines is what they call it. Then everything else will function better on propane because it's not going to get air pockets and things like that. The oven down here, they do have that nice big oven as well. So you're going to come over here, and on the top it just says pilot. All you do is push and hold that knob and just light it back in the back with like a stick lighter or a grill lighter or what have you. Exhaust light here. Microwave, just like at home. Now your AC, your microwave, any wall outlets, you will have to be plugged into 110. The refrigerator on electric, you'll have to be plugged into 110, but it does have a gas option as well. So you turn this button on, push the button in for auto. Auto, what that is, searches for 110 first. If it can't find electric, it automatically switches over to gas, okay? As long as, again, your propane lines are purged, things like that. Now, if you're traveling or you know you don't have electric hookup, pop that button out. Just run it strictly on gas. That way it's not trying to find gas and switch back and forth and things like that. Now, this refrigerator will work just as well as the one at your house will. You just got to help it out. So basically by that I mean if you're going to go camping on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Thursday, go ahead and plug this thing in, let it start cooling down, because it will take about 6 to 8 hours to cool down initially, just because it doesn't have a compressor pulling that hot air out, okay? Right down here you're going to have your LP detector, you're going to have your breakers and your fuse panel here. So these are 110 breakers, they're all labeled right here for you. 12 volt fuses are right here, labeled right here for you. Then the 240 amp orange fuses are going to be for your converter, which is why this has got a bunch of holes in it. There's a fan in behind here, because your converter, basically everything in this coach is 12 volt. So the converter converts 110 down to 12 volts. So it just keeps that fan, you'll hear it humming from time to time if you have a bunch of lights on, things like that. Just keeping it cool for you. You're going to have the barbecue right down there. The box for the television. Right back here, I don't know if you can see it, there's going to be your thermostat. That's going to work just like your one at home will. So you put it on cool, set the temperature, you're good to go. It automatically lights the whole 9 yards for you. In here in the bathroom real quick, obviously a light there. You're going to see it does have the vent covers as well on top, which is nice. Leave those open. You always want your camper kind of, when you're not using it, the same temperature inside as it is outside. So just leave those open. That's why those vent covers are really nice. This is going to have a little rubber latch. You always want to make sure that this is latched. That way it's not vibrating and this will shatter. And it also has a little magnet. You can see that right there. Kind of keeps it nice and tight. Also, it's going to have a skylight over top here. Give you a little more headroom. Also keeps it pretty bright in the bathroom for you. Foot flush toilet. So just push the little thing on the side here. Obviously it is winterized now. You always want to leave how much antifreeze is in there. You always want to leave about that much water in there as well. So push the foot flush down maybe about a ½ inch to release some water. It just keeps that seal nice and pliable for you. Okay. All LED lighting throughout. Also, you do have a quick cool option on here. You just slide this vent over, dumps all the air out right here. Double basin 50/50 stainless steel sink. Very, very nice coach. But if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to give me a ring. Or any of us here at the dealership, 877-877-4494. Talk to you soon. Have a great day.